How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Off the Grid. So, first things first, we are going to grab the pickup truck and the little trailer, and we are going to go collect all of our bales that we made. Now, I don't really have a spot to store them for the moment, so I think we'll probably just leave them on here for the time being. I think we'll try and get as much as we can on the trailer. If we can't get all of them on there, we'll get them on the pickup truck. But yeah, this will basically be our storage for the moment until we can basically find a better solution. But yeah, the plan for today, outside of getting the bales off of here, is to finish up that road that we started building back there. So basically I want to get the tractor and I want to finish up building the road through there. And as soon as we have that in, then we can basically start working on figuring out exactly where we want to go with fields, because I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I know the general location of where I want them. I'm just not sure in terms of size and layout exactly what I want. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out. But yeah, maybe we'll have a bit of a better idea when we have that road done there. Right, I'm gonna try and pack this relatively neat, but it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. So yeah, still thinking about getting some trees in here. Haven't really looked into it just yet. I'll have to see what's available and what it'll cost. Hopefully it's not too expensive. Alright. Yeah, it's kind of nice to start thinking about, well, not just start thinking about it, actually start putting a bit of work towards getting the whole plan into action of getting the fields and getting some livestock in here. So yeah, I think definitely the first animals that we'll get on the farm will be chickens and sheep, and then after that we'll see. I was thinking, I'm still toying with the idea of pigs. I would like to get some pigs on the farm here. The problem is I don't think we can actually feed them. I don't think we have the space to get pigs, because with pigs we'll have to have some wheat in the ground. We'll have to have corn, maybe some soybeans, maybe some sunflowers. We'll have to have potatoes. Yeah, quite a bit that we need, and I don't think we have the field space. So yeah, maybe pigs aren't going to happen unless we buy in the food, but that kind of defeats the purpose, because it'll probably cost us more to feed them than what they'll be worth. I mean, horses could maybe be a thing. What would they need? I think grass, maybe hay or straw, and oats. I think maybe oat. Yeah, maybe horses could be a thing. Not 100% sure. This would actually be pretty good horse country, I think. Maybe not a bad idea. Definitely enough space to take them out on rides. Maybe not a bad shout. Anyway, that is just about done. Looks like everything will fit on the little trailer there just fine. So yeah, I guess we are using the small trailer. I was thinking we'll probably never use this again, but I'm really only using this because we don't generally use that trailer, and I don't want to stack all of this somewhere and then have to redo it again. So yeah, I guess the trailer kind of works as a storage unit, I would say. Lovely. Okay, that should do just fine. We'll get all of that strapped down. Beautiful. Yeah, so I don't know how long these bales will last us, but I guess it also depends on how many sheep we get initially. I'm thinking maybe around 10. Probably not a bad number to start with. And of course they'll breed, so yeah, maybe 10 is a good starting point. I think we should be able to take care of 10 relatively easily. Okay, so we'll leave that there. So we have that ready. I've been thinking maybe putting up a shed along this ridge line here. So it'll have to be a shed that's not too deep though. Not a massive amount of space there. I mean, we could probably sort of backfill a little bit there to push the shed back a little bit. But yeah, I don't want to do anything that's going to be a massive amount of work for compared to sort of what we'll get out of it. Yeah, maybe if we just get sort of a shed that's kind of wide but not too deep, might work out pretty well. Okay. We'll also need to start thinking about fuel soon. I did notice that some of our equipment is starting to run a little bit low, and I do not have a fuel trailer. Maybe not a bad idea to look into some sort of a fuel trailer, or at least some sort of a carrier. Okay. So yeah, I think the Ford is gonna make this operation a little quicker than what the Massey was. Of course, it's 4x4. It's got more power, and yeah, just a all-round a better vehicle, I think. Also, the Massey struggled a little bit if you sort of went into dips. It would struggle to get out, and also it was quite top-heavy. This is definitely a lot less top-heavy than the Massey. But yeah, the Massey was sometimes a little bit tricky when you dip the front wheels in a bit of a hole like what we're sort of creating here. It'd be quite difficult to get it out of there. Quite easy to get it stuck. I think we got it stuck twice last time we worked over here. So yeah, definitely a better tractor here. I'm very, very happy with this buy. Very happy indeed. I think it's a great tractor for our operation here. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of digging to do here today. Massive amounts. So yeah, I guess we'll have to get stuck into it properly here and just get it done. I was kind of putting it off for a while. I wanted to get a few other things done, like get the trees and everything cleared out, and also it gives us a bit of a better idea of what to do here, and that was kind of the other reason why I wanted to get that done first, because if we want to start putting up some greenhouses or some vegetable gardens or something like this over here, then yeah, it'll be easier to sort of figure out exactly what would be a good plan for this area if you can sort of see where the fields and everything are going to be. So yeah, but now yeah, now we just have to basically get stuck in and get this done. No more procrastinating, I guess. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we're going to jump into a time lapse, and we'll get most of this done. We probably won't get all of it done on camera, because it definitely is going to take a while, so I'll have to do some of it off camera, but that's absolutely fine. But yeah, we'll get a decent amount done here on camera for you guys, and yeah, then we'll come back and see where we're at. Start planning from there. So yeah, we're going to jump into that time lapse. So for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy. All right, well, that is basically job done. So yeah, I made it as wide as I kind of could for the moment, but I think that'll be fine. It's definitely not pretty, but yeah, I think it'll do the job. I think it'll be just fine. I mean, if we wanted to at a later stage, we could probably get rid of that tree and make it even wider if we feel that we need to. But yeah, I think for the moment, it's going to be just fine. Yeah, we're clearing out quite a bit of space here. Unfortunately, I haven't started work on this yet. We'll have to do that a different time. This road took a little bit longer than what I thought it would. But yeah, the tree that was over here, I got that cut down, and yeah, it's basically going to become firewood, so that's all moved away. But we'll probably have to take that one down as well if we want to continue digging into this hill, which I'm not sure if we actually will. We might actually just take some of this sort of heap here and push that into this hole to sort of fill it out, and then have our little greenhouse or garden over here. And I've kind of been thinking about this area. Obviously here we're going to try and get the field as close to the bunkers as we possibly can, since we can drive over here now. And this will probably just remain sort of a little dirt area, so that we can sort of make a turn into the bunker there. But I was thinking about this, about the firewood machine, or the log splitter, basically. I thought maybe if we put a concrete pad in here, sort of level this out nicely, and put a concrete pad, a sort of a long pad in here, and put that on there, then we'll have a lot of space over here to sort of run logs onto it. But also, we can sort of come up here with the trailers, turn around, and then basically just park in this road, and have the belt sort of overhanging the road a little bit here. So that can basically be a permanent position for that machine, which will actually be really handy. So it'll just be there and we don't have to worry about it. We don't ever have to move it. It's just there and it works when we need it to work. In terms of the animals, I haven't really figured out exactly what I wanted to do here, but I mean, we've got a reasonable space here, so we'll figure it out. In terms of the fields though, I sort of looked at it very briefly, and I think we'll probably start the first field somewhere around this position. So, yeah, almost sort of flush with that area there. So we'll run that field as close to the bunker as we can. Obviously, we have to run equipment then, sort of where we mowed. We'll sort of run it along this line, not too far up the side of the hill, because it might be a problem with cedars and stuff like that. And maybe run the first field sort of flush with that that bunker there. It won't be a huge field, but it'll be something. And then maybe the second field, obviously, we'll probably have to have a bit of a road or something in between it. Maybe we should have sort of a ring road around it, a road running down sort of this tree line here, so that we can sort of drive around the fields if we need to. And have a road in between. So the next field will probably start around here, and we'll run that field all the way to, I think, about here. Yeah. And then have a road through that again, and then the next road will probably start around, or the next field will probably start around here, and that'll basically just take up the shape of everything that we mowed over here. Eventually, we can probably clear out more trees up here, because there is actually quite a bit of space if we want to make this field bigger. It's relatively flat all the way through to about here, and this sort of line that I'm jogging now, and then bring it down here. I think the equipment will work just fine on that. I mean, maybe from this angle it looks maybe a little bit steep, but yeah, I think for now that will work just fine. And then we can link up the ring road to this access road here. Maybe we can run a road alongside here as well, alongside this ridge. We can probably flatten some of this out, or just sort of run around it, and yeah, run that into here. I mean, if we even this out, we can probably even put a little shed here alongside a greenhouse or something. Maybe not not a bad idea. But yeah, the road is pretty good. It's not perfectly smooth. I mean, it's as good as I could do for the moment, but I think it'll definitely do the job. There we go. Yeah, and it's relatively level. Again, as level as I can sort of get it for the moment without putting another few hours work into there. I don't want to harp on it too long, but I think it's going to be a good little road. It kind of feels like this is going to end up becoming like the main farmyard, but yeah, I don't know if I really want that. Yeah, I mean, that's a perfect little access road. I mean, it would make a great farmyard over here. We're quite limited with space over where, well, we have the yard at the moment where the cabin is. Quite limited for space over there. Maybe... Oh, it'll take so much work though. I thought maybe if we just sort of fill the rest of this in and, yeah, dig out a little bit there, you could probably have a nice little farmyard here. But, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I think for the moment I'll just sort of stick with the plan and fill this in. Get a little greenhouse in here. If we do have the space, might not be a bad idea to put a little shed in here where we can keep maybe like the grass care stuff or the stuff that we don't use that often. But I think we'll probably keep the farmyard where it is for the moment, because it won't be long before we start encroaching into the fields, and we don't have much field space on this property, so we have to sort of maximize that. So maybe not a great idea to bring farmyard over here. But yeah, that is unfortunately going to be it for today. So yeah, unfortunately we only got the road done today, but at least it is done. Next time around we'll probably get this filled in and start looking at some buildings and sheds, and probably get the fields done. I think that's probably priority. Maybe yeah, fill this in and get the fields done, or maybe just focus on the fields. I don't know. We'll have to see. Soon after that, we'll start looking into buildings and that sort of thing. Anyway, so yeah, but we are going to leave it there for today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you all next time.